Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
Breaking news for you out of Bismarck. An Amber Alert for a missing 7-month-old baby has been canceled because the girl has been found safe. Around 4:15 this afternoon, police say the baby, Lee Mae Morissette, was dropped off at Sanford ER in Bismarck. They aren't saying who dropped the baby off. The alert was issued when authorities couldn't find Lee Mae. She was last seen with her mother on surveillance video Monday at about 1 a.m. The mother, Dawn Morissette, remains charged with neglect, and she is still in custody. Initially, police had said the mother left the child with 31-year-old Cole Lee Pfaff, that they weren't sure where he was and wanted people to be on the lookout. Now police say they are not looking to charge Pfaff. They also say they will be contacting social services to see where Lee Mae will go after she's treated at the hospital. A North Dakota man is going to federal prison for 30 years for aggravated sexual assault of a child under the age of 12. Officials say 30-year-old Calvin Keith DeLorme will be facing a lifetime of supervised release after that sentence. Authorities say in March of 2014, a child under DeLorme's care said he had sexually abused her for several years. Some of us have been quiet and dry all day, others seeing some rain. Let's find out who will see showers this evening. Here's Hutch with your No Wait weather. Hutch.
Andrea, as we head into the afternoon and evening hours, quiet and warm conditions for our area continue, but the showers mainly on the east side of the Red River. A couple of dimples showing up on the radar near Callaway and in Lakes Country along Highway 10 between Detroit Lakes and Perham. Not a lot of significant rain there, but where we do have stronger cells, northwest Minnesota. Some small hail will be possible from these cells. You notice right over Lake of the Woods, we're seeing some storms. These are moving southeast at about 30 miles per hour, and we'll have heavy rain and possibly some small, soft hail. Temperatures returning to near seasonal averages for many of us, and we'll see the 70s for most of our evening here in the FM areas. We go into the late evening hours, we'll see skies clearing and quieter conditions here. On the Grand Forks outlook for tonight, sunset at 9:32 and 70s until just after sunset. We have some heat on the way. I'll talk about that. We'll have a few storms to dance around as well. Details in your hour-by-hour forecast in just a few moments.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Hutch. A 25-year-old man is facing assault charges after police say they found him attacking a woman holding a young child. The alleged incident happened on June 20th at an apartment in Bemidji. Court documents state when officers got into the unit, they found Donald Negron wrestling with a woman who was holding a child. Officers say Negron was trying to take the child away from the woman. Police were eventually able to get the child out. When officers talked to the woman, they learned Negron was a guest in the home who was invited to stay there after the two of them met in treatment. His next court date is set for July 15th. A 59-year-old Minnesota man who police say threw a death party for his wife and gave her meth has pleaded guilty to criminal neglect. Officials say Dwayne Johnson entered the plea Monday that would dismiss a third-degree murder charge. As part of the agreement with prosecutors, Johnson told authorities he held a death party for his wife after she begged him to take her home from a nursing home to die. Prosecutors say the plea deal calls for a 3-year prison sentence. Johnson will be back in court for sentencing on August 12th. West Fargo police are asking for your help finding these two people of interest who are believed to be involved in current investigations. Police say if you have any information on them, to give them a call at 433-5333. Speaker Nancy Pelosi predicts the House will pass a supplemental border funding bill this evening. If passed, the bill will provide $4.5 billion in funding to help relieve the humanitarian crisis on the southern border. The legislation would increase protection and health services for migrant children and impose stricter rules for temporary shelters.
This is a very strong first step for us. A very strong first step for us. For the children. It's very exciting. This isn't an immigration bill. You know, people say, well, it is this. It's not an immigration bill. It's an appropriations bill to meet the needs of our children.
Officials say it would not fund a border wall or more beds at Immigration and Customs Enforcement detention centers. We are about a month away from what Minnesota officials are calling one of the biggest changes on Minnesota roads in a decade. Hands-free driving becomes law on August 1st. That means you can only use your cell phone while you're driving if you are not holding it in your hand. And now the race is on to inform people on what they can and cannot do in the car in Minnesota. You can use voice commands or single touch activation to make calls, text, listen to music, or get directions. You cannot hold your phone in your hand at any time unless it's an emergency. The state is spending more than $600,000 on an unprecedented multimedia campaign. We have a link to the Department of Public Safety's website at valleynewslive.com. Just click on the hot button. Family and friends are honoring a Perham native and pro runner Gabrielle Grunwald today on what would have been her 33rd birthday, and you can be part of it. They're holding a 1.4-mile run tonight in Minneapolis, but are inviting anyone who wants to do their own run or walk wherever they are to celebrate Gabe's life and legacy. She died earlier this month after a years-long battle with cancer. Grunwald's family encourages people to post any photos of their run using hashtag #BraveLikeGabe or hashtag #RunningOnHope. The Great Minnesota Get-Together is fast approaching, and state fair officials are looking to hire more than 500 positions. To fill those jobs, people are encouraged to attend a job fair on July 10th from 4 to 8 p.m. at the fairgrounds. Applicants can arrive to the Progress Center beginning at 3 in the afternoon. Open positions include ticket selling, parking, food service, and rides, just to name a few. Wages range from $9.86 an hour to $11 an hour, and all hired employees will receive free fair admission. In the coming